Well, hello guys, welcome back to what is a very long awaited video. This is a live trade I'm in. I'm actually in several very large trades, but I've just got in this trade now. First of all, just to give a little bit of an explanation, apologies for being so late getting back to you. I said around the middle of November. It's been a bit of a nightmare, to be honest. I've got an offer in on the house, flew back to England sorting things out there. My wife came back out to Tenerife with some friends. She got very ill. She's been in hospital for 5 days. I've had to fly back out here. My computer is currently in transit on the way to the UK. And the laptop, which is actually my wife's, which I use for my trading when I'm not by my computer, on the way to England, I picked somebody else's HP laptop up, and somebody that was German. And so for 2 weeks, I didn't even have a laptop until my wife came back to Tenerife with her friends and was able to pick it up. And then I've now been able to gain access to it. So it's a story for the live room when I get around to it. So apologies profusely to everybody there. I'm not even straight myself. It's going to be a few more weeks, but there's an opportunity here. And I just thought I'd jump on the wagon here and run through this opportunity. But I am in quite a few higher time frame trades that are doing very well. This one is a double bottom with a big higher time frame. This one's a flag pattern. This is a 600 pip trade, by the way, guys, which I am in on a different account. So just very quickly, as you can see here, and apologies, I don't have a mic. The mic is in transit as well, so I'm just using the laptop mic. As you can see, very big flag pattern here. I'm actually in this for close to 600 pips. But what we're doing is we're actually just leveling off here, guys. I'm waiting for another breakout. So as I drop down the time frames from the daily to the 240, and I'm just going to delete this information off. And what we actually did here is, boom, we rallied to our highest point, pulled back, and we've made a new high. So there isn't a great deal here on the 240. In fact, I'm just going to go ahead and just highlight these wicks just here, just to show you that we have not technically put in a new high. But as we drop down to the 60-minute time frame, what I'm going to then do is highlight this very small area just here. Okay, and this is going to be a key area for me. So on the higher time frame, we do not have confirmation we can go higher, but right here, this is an area where we've broken above and we can look for a pullback. So I'm allowed to drop one time frame lower and look for a valid double bottom, and that is exactly what we have right here. Do we have the RSI confirmation as well? Yes, we went oversold here with divergence, and so giving us a valid double bottom. Now I've actually got my targets way up here at the double top. Very, very safe targets, which I will probably take, will be a retest of this high just here. Okay, so we've got the big daily breakout pattern, which we could see the breakout close to 300 pips all the way up to here. But very, 270 pips, but very conservative here. We could be looking at a retest of 63 pips for this valid double bottom just here. Now, why is it less likely that we're going to get that big breakout? Well, if you look at from the daily, from this breakout pattern here, this flag pattern, we have not actually had a confirmed break above, close above this level. So we don't quite have as much confirmation. As we drop down to the 240, we still do not have a break above, close above this area here. It looks like we do, but we don't because of these wicks. So a very safe area is a retest of this level. Of course, you can do many, many different things here. You can say, okay, well, I'm going to take half my position off here and leave the other half to rally. You can action it any way you want at all. For me personally, I'm actually just going to see how price reacts when we reach this level just here. If we put in a break above, close above, well, when we come to this level, I'm going to first of all move to break even, and I'm going to see if we put in a break above, close above, and I'm going to hold and see if we do something like this. Remember guys, remember the training. If we're in a big breakout pattern, typically we move directionally. With directional movement, we tend to enter trend. So if we go higher and get a pullback and go higher again, I'm going to move the stop here, get another pullback and go higher again. I'm going to move that stop higher, and I'm going to keep doing that all the way up to that 270 pip mark. In another account, I'm already up about 400 pips because I'm in the big flag pattern. So I just thought I'd throw this one out there for you guys now. It's a relatively low amount of risk for what is potentially a large amount of reward.